So it's just me between you and lunch, I think, at this point now. So I'm Larry Tracy. I manage part of our future product marketing organization at HP, and I'm responsible for the PageWide products you've seen today, and you're going to see more of with me. So please ask any questions. Hopefully you're not a shy group, and nothing you ask will probably embarrass us. It won't embarrass me anyway. We've been asked some pretty interesting, dynamic questions as the days proceed. So please ask away. So one thing that my team tries to do is we try to listen to people and our customers. And one thing we hear from them over and over again is, help me boost my productivity for my end users. The IT managers say, I want them to be more productive, I want them to be happier, because a happy end user means they're not calling me all the time and asking me for new things. But they also want to do that at a much lower cost than they're able to do today. And they want to do it more securely. So with PageWide technology, we tried to make not an incremental, but a fundamental change in the way those things work for the marketplace. So it's really a breakthrough technology. It's innovation that we couldn't come up with any other way. And so I think you saw this video this morning. I'm going to go ahead and play it again just to kind of set your mind in the same frame here.
HP keeps reinventing. It's our operating system. And with HP PageWide technology, we're completely reinventing the rules of printing. HP engineers reinvented the printing system. With a printhead as wide as the page, only the page moves, allowing 40,000 fixed nozzles to deposit ink more accurately than ever before. HP PageWide technology was perfected first with the industrial HP web press. And today, businesses the world over print billions of pages per year. Next, HP PageWide technology revolutionized large format printers. And in the same keep reinventing spirit, HP PageWide technology goes beyond 2D to power our multi-jet fusion 3D printing system. Now, in an industry breakthrough, HP PageWide technology has been scaled to the office, reinventing expectations for fastest speeds.
Oh, my bad. It was about over, so I'm going to skip forward. So technology really allows us to run fast, and it all is solid state. So you saw that large inkjet web press. That press is actually about 60 feet long, about 30 meters long, runs a 1 meter wide roll of paper through it, and it runs that paper at 260 meters per minute. You can print a college textbook in about 60 seconds. And that college textbook can be unique for each individual student. So what that means is the college textbook industry doesn't print books in big runs and store them in warehouses anymore. They print them when a college session is about ready to start. So that web press has revolutionized the way that industry operates. So students now see new textbooks with new innovation, new knowledge in them every semester that they go to college. Hopefully you saw the PageWide XL product, this big printer, earlier. Did you see this one, Ron? Did you get it
in the video?
What? Oh, you saw it in the video. Did you see it? Did they have it operating next door?
No.
Darn it. That's too bad. This printer actually will print a poster 1 meter by 1 meter in about 6 seconds. So it's a great innovation. Again, all using PageWide technology.
And they use these in the museums to give people printouts of the famous paintings to take home after they've bought them.
The other place that they're using it is if you're in an emergency environment, like a hurricane is hit and someone's got to go work on power lines. They can either get it on a tablet and maybe see a display this big, or you can do a whole bunch of printing, hand them to the guy who's going to get on a truck, and he now knows the exact dimensions of the exact thing he's got to go fix. And you can do that really, really fast. And so that's the other area where this is being used, is in emergency kind of situations. And then of course our PageWide business products that we just introduced today. So these are some of the things that we can deliver to those customers and deliver on those solutions that I talked about a little bit earlier. Speed, performance, 75 pages a minute on these devices. And I'll show you what that looks like. If you haven't seen it, it's more than a page a second. It's the world's fastest printers. It's very reliable. There's only 5 consumables in this printer. Most laser printers have 15 or more things that need to get changed. Those 4 consumables are found right here. So there are 4 of the 5, so black, cyan, magenta, yellow, and these consumables are very simple to change. In this particular printer, this black cartridge will hold up to 10,000 pages. The color cartridges will hold about 7,000 pages. Again, very simple. What call push-push technology. If I try to put the cyan cartridge in the magenta slot or vice versa, it won't go in. In fact, it won't go in even when I try. There we go. It'll stop. So most end users, that stops them and they realize, oh, that's blue and this is red in their mind versus our nice technical terms of cyan, magenta, yellow. Again, very simple, very easy. Close the door. That's 4 of the 5 consumables or long life parts. This is the other one. This is actually a waste disposal module. The printhead sits on top of this. So as we're running the system, we actually put a little bit of supply in here, and we're ensuring that all the nozzles, that print bar is healthy and very operational. And I'll talk more about that when we talk about the print bar and the print system. So again, that's it. Over the life of the product, those are the only things you need to touch in this device, besides putting paper in the paper tray, of course. The enterprise class products have the most secure printers of any product available in the marketplace. They will repair themselves, they will reboot automatically, they will boot from a golden copy of the BIOS. You saw that in the video earlier today. These printers all have the lowest total cost of ownership. Nothing produces a color page over its life less expensively than these products do in their class. 84% less energy. If you're in a power environment where it's critical that you use less power, or if you want to save money on your printing, these products consume 84% less energy. Imagine you're in a hospital and that hospital's lost power. Most hospitals have to turn their printers off when that kind of situation occurs. That means if a new patient comes in, how do I produce a wristband? How do I produce paperwork to go with that patient? I can't do that because my printer's turned off because I don't have power. I am running on battery backup. With these printers, hospitals can run those products on that low power condition and continue the same operation that they're used to and get patients in and out of that hospital. Because the supplies are so small, this is the whole packaging. So there's one of these cartridges in this box. That's all we create, all we generate. There's no drums, there's no fuser, there's no other technology required for this product. What that means is we generate 94% less waste for this product than a comparable laser printer. Okay. So over the life of the product, 5 to 10 kilos will be generated of waste. For a laser printer, it can run 100 to 200 kilos of waste. Dramatically different power and energy and waste profiles for this technology versus laser printers. Again, I talked a little bit about the system here. Let me show you the print bar. So this is the magic that's in this device. This is the print bar. This print bar has 40,000 nozzles across this print bar. Each one of those nozzles has a redundant nozzle with it. So if one nozzle has a problem, the nozzles around it will fire more. And we monitor all those nozzles all the time. These nozzles can fire millions of drops per second. So you can imagine all the sophistication inside this device to keep that on track. Again, we do that all automatically, and we keep that system up to date. Yeah?
Just a quick question.
Sure.
When you say 40,000, is that actually 80,000, 40,000 plus 40,000 redundant, or is it 20,000 active, 20,000?
So the way we work them is we'll work them in pairs or quads. So there's over 40,000 actually. I'm trying to remember, Tom will know the exact
Something
number.
like 60,000.
40,000? 42,000, yeah. But it's basically a 1200 DPI grid across, and there's 4 rows, one for each color, black, cyan, magenta, yellow. So over 10,000 per colorant. And then again, when one nozzle has a problem, let's say I'm running 4 nozzles and this one's got a little bit of a problem, I'll overfire the two beside it.
And
I'll come back and clean that nozzle.
I was going to say, can you clean it, and how successful is the cleaning?
Yeah, we'll clean it up. So there's a little wiper system that's right underneath here, and it'll wipe the print bar. We'll also fire some extra ink through the system to clean it up if we need to.
So effectively, I mean, the cleaning process works, and then it's back to...
It's back to normal. Most end users, your eye will never pick up that kind of a defect. Yeah, we have to see 3 or 4 nozzles fail side by side before your eye will pick it up.
Sure.
So again, this is made to last the life of the printer. So you don't need to replace this. This sits in the printer right here. And those supplies I showed you earlier, they plug into this print bar like this. Okay. So a lot of technology here. And again, this is the only thing that has to work in this device other than the motor to move the paper.
You're normally not using one hand to put it in.
Yeah,
And doing that backwards.
Usually you're doing it this way.
Yeah,
Like a normal user would do it, yeah. Just it back funny.
yeah.
So again, this is the magic in PageWide devices. No fuser, no belts, no drums, no other components that go in here. I'll be happy to pass that on. I'll grab another one for you guys to look at over here. Let you start with it.
Thanks.
You bet. So in comparison, and by the way, I'm from Boise, Idaho, which is the home of our LaserJet printers. So I love HP LaserJet printers. They're the world's leading products. But fundamentally, they are a heavy mechanical system. That mechanical system has 4 drums, 4 transfer belt, or 4 transfer imaging systems. We have a place where we have to put the toner onto the drum. We have laser beams that have to touch all those drums. We have transfer belts and fusers. So what that means inherently in that system is there are 15 long life consumables that need to get managed, dealt with, and replaced over the course of the life of the product. That posed a problem for HP. We want to reduce the cost, make the reliability go up, reduce energy, reduce carbon footprint. And this system just is darn tough to do that with. So we came up with PageWide technology and shrank it down from those industrial strength devices to the devices you see here. So over the life of one of these printers, you'll have to touch it 3 times. You'll have to replace that waste container, and you may or may not have to replace that wiping system I talked about earlier. Versus a traditional copier-based or laser-based MFP, some of these you'll have to touch 60 times. In other cases, 30 or 40. If this printer lasts 3 years in your environment, you're going to touch it once a month, sometimes twice a month. Every time you touch it, if you're in a manufacturing environment, your production line stops while someone changes that component. Every time someone comes out, if you're doing managed print services, it's going to cost you $50 to $100 just to send the person out to the device. So there's real cost and real savings here for those people who do that kind of work. And this is just a quick snapshot of how that occurs and why that occurs. Some other things we get asked to do, give us more paper handling. You've got a really fast printer, we can empty the paper tray in under 10 minutes. Give us more paper trays. So we've done that, we've built that with this new generation of PageWide products. You can see here the 500 Series Pro version with 3 paper trays included on it. One of the reasons this is important is, again, I'll use the hospital as an example. Imagine someone comes into the hospital, a new patient. You've got some forms they may need to fill out and sign, but you're also going to put a band on their wrist, identify who they are. And in the case of PageWide, we can do this in color. And that provides some very unique benefits. We can do it in color for a great cost. So you'll see this is red, it means this person's got an allergy or they're a fall risk. And so a nurse or someone who's in that hospital can take that wristband or that set of things and make sure that they've got them on the right files. The other unique part with this wristband is you'll see a picture of a woman on this wristband. This wristband is actually made for a child. It'll go on the child's leg. Every time a nurse hands that child back to the mother, rather than trying to read a barcode and match a barcode up with the mother's barcode on their arm, they can simply look at this person's face. Everyone can match the face of a baby with the face of the mother based on what is on this wristband.
And that just pops out from there, the
What's that?
wristband. The
Yeah, it
wristband just pops out.
Yeah, it's sticky back and it peels off. I don't want to destroy
Yeah,
it.
no, that's okay. I mean, I believe
But
you.
it pops out, and then this is an extender for a guy like me who may have a bigger wrist,
Sure.
or a baby with a longer leg. Yeah, and these are all stickers. They all pop out effect.
Yeah.
And then it's waterproof, so the patients take showers. So it's got to be durable enough to live in the environment. Again, one reason for multiple paper trays is to do that kind of workflow and that kind of stuff. And I set my clicker down somewhere. So again, 3 different versions of PageWide products I'm now going to talk to you a little bit about. So why don't I start right here in the middle. So this is the product, the PageWide Pro 400 series product. You'll notice the supplies are right here. We've made this product go a little faster, so it's 40 pages per minute in what we call professional mode. There's another mode we're able to do with PageWide technology called general office mode. That allows us to put a little less supply down on the page and run at much higher speeds. So you'll see in the 400 series, it's 40 pages per minute in professional mode, 55 pages per minute in general office mode. So again, a boost in speed for those people who may not need ultra print.
It's like an economy mode, except it's probably a lot, or draft mode, but it's better, it's sharper
better
than draft.
We didn't call it draft because it's not.
Because it's not, yeah.
And I'll show you some samples here with that in it. One of the other things we did on all these control panels is, and this is one of the innovations for ease of use, is I can actually click and hold this icon, pull it down to the bottom and delete the icon from the front control panel. If I want to put something back, like scan to my computer, I can touch scan, hold the computer one down, and that's now on my front control panel. So it's very simple for a small business to do it themselves. They don't need IT help to do it. You know, an IT professional can go use tools like WebJet Admin and make that all happen, and they can push it out to their fleet if they want to do that. So again, very simple, very easy to use, and you'll notice it's swiped like your phone, and icons move back and forth, just like they do on your phone. So we're trying to use the same kind of interfaces people are used to every day in their lives. Let's see, the supplies I talked about, and then again, we saw paper handling here. The other thing is, you probably saw with the OJ Pro, this scanner actually scans both sides of the page at the same time. So we're able to print in duplex, scan in duplex, and do it all very easily. Again, a way to save that IT manager half their paper costs by printing and scanning everything in duplex.
And does it have the same infinity glass design on the top so you can just slide?
It doesn't. We didn't put that in this design. So it does have a ledge. We're getting different feedback from different customers. Whether they love the infinity pool or they don't. So we'll keep looking at it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's certainly something we can do longer term. So we'll see which design wins out. And I don't really care as long as we hear it from the end users. I'm going to move over here and talk about the 500 series product. So the 500 series product has twice the supplies capacity. So that supplies cartridge I showed you a minute ago, it was on top of the print bar. We actually moved it over here to the side. So rather than a 10,000 page supply, I can give you a 20,000 page supply. That reduces the intervention rate, the number of times someone's got to change the supply. And again, it goes in the same way, just push it in, pop it out.
But that's just for the black, because that's the most used color.
Black is 20,000. The color supplies are 15,000.
So they double the 7,000.
Doubles the 7,000.
Great.
So it's bigger still.
It's a
This
higher.
is great for like a hospital, an environment that's going to print a lot. You don't want a nurse to have to change this every week or every couple of weeks even. If they could change it once a month or once every 3, 4, 5 months, that's great for them. Again, fewer touches, better intervention rates for those IT managers. And I'll show you this one printing. So this is our fastest printer in general office mode. I'm printing from a thumb drive, and we've added some innovations for thumb drive printing. So today we can print PDF files, JPEG files, and those kind of files. With this new set of devices, we can print PowerPoint and Word documents as well.
Are you about to do that?
I am, and I can do it as many times as you'd like. You tell me when to go.
Sure, go.
So this is a color document. This is the ISO test suite. It takes about 6 seconds to get the first page out, and then you'll see it run at 70, 75 pages a minute.
It's like seeing a photocopier.
It is, yeah, a big floor standing photocopier.
Except the fact that it's a printer.
Except it's a printer. Yeah, in this case it's a printer, of course we have a multifunction version, just like this. Some things you'll notice here, we had to put these things on this device because the paper was moving so fast it would fly off the device. So this is what we call a shark fin and the little paper catch here, and they're angled in just the right way. So this is general office mode. And I told you I'd let you see the print quality. That's not draft mode. Far from it. In fact, let me get you a graphic here. So there's and I think I've got a PowerPoint file here. So again, those
Zoomed right in, yeah.
And so those are good, high-quality images. And again, we're putting down less supply, so you get even lower cost per page in general office mode than you would with professional mode. So again, that gives you a flavor of how fast you can print. I'm going to grab another print sample. This is what you get with professional mode. And if you saw Tom kind of probably showed you some print samples. So this is an example of what an insurance agent might do. They might go scan someone's picture and slide this across the table. And if you're talking to an insurance agent about life insurance for your family, and he says, well, you can have this amount of coverage or you can have this amount of coverage. Which one are you going to buy? And so again, I'll hand some samples around so you can kind of see the print quality of this printer in general. And this is on a nice piece of paper. This is not, we should, again, if you're going to slide something across the table, you can share those. So again, that's the kind of print quality you can get on PageWide technology.
So are you going to talk about cost and how it compares to laser printing? I mean, obviously there's a lot less maintenance, so that you save big there, but does the
Correct.
printer or the ink cost more than your
So
laser
the
equivalent?
overall cost of ownership for these is about 20%, in some cases 30 or 40% less than a color laser print.
So do you anticipate selling fewer laser printers now and more of these because
It's interesting. The predecessor to these products was the OfficeJet Pro X.
Yeah.
And we actually took our market share worldwide, according to IDC, from 0% to about 15, 16% worldwide. At the same time, our HP LaserJet market share went up. So for HP, we're very happy.
Sure, but I mean, if you do sell fewer lasers because you sell more of these, at least it's you cannibalizing your sales, not somebody else, which is good.
Which that part would be okay if that were to occur. Right now, it's not occurring.
seems- yeah,
so,
yeah.
But you know, at some point, people will make a choice between HP LaserJets, and as long as it's got an HP badge on the
You're
front,
happy, you're happy.
I'm a happy guy. So that's my primary criteria. That's kind of what I've got, I know you guys are moving quick and other things. There's one other slide I'll show, kind of goes to your question. When we talk about our printers, we talk about them as a family. We talk about our OfficeJet Pro products, we talk about our LaserJet products, and those are categories of printers that have stood the test of time in the marketplace. They are dominant forces in the market. PageWide is that new category for business printing. We believe this is a new category that will serve us another 2, 3, 4 decades in the printer business. So you'll see HP market LaserJets, PageWide, and OfficeJets.
Are we going to see PageWide arriving to the consumer market before the end of the decade?
The consumer market?
Yeah,
Like
because
for a home?
For the home, yeah.
Don't know yet. Our OfficeJet products are really good for the home, and so that will probably
So you could do that. Anybody could buy it, but it's
Anybody could do it. Yeah,
But it's
anybody
more
can buy
expensive.
one of these. If you want to use one of these in your home, please
It's ready, yeah.
come get it. But typically, an OfficeJet is a better fit.
But I sort of mean, you know, can you predict perhaps the end of the moving printhead technology?
No.
Is that 10, 15 years, maybe?
It's that horizon or beyond. It's too hard for me to predict.
Sure.
We're going to take this market, as you saw in the video earlier, and move it up market. So we'll go to A3, and we'll do some other good things with it. But we're really not thinking about the home for PageWide right now.
Sure,
Our
well, it's not yet.
OfficeJet.
Clearly
Not yet.
not ready for that yet.
But 10 years from now, you know, hey, 10 years ago we were all using flip phones,
Yeah.
right? So
Well, we didn't have color printing.
We
or
didn't
it was,
have color
or
printing.
it was very expensive and slow.
So we're trying to break down those barriers. Any other questions? And if you want to take photos, open these up, please come on up. You're more than welcome to. You're the last group of the morning, so you can break them and we'll have some time to fix them if you need to.